Happening now, police identify the man who attempted to elude them Monday after a traffic stop. And we're looking for answers weeks after a Jamestown man went missing.
And I'm Dakota Hunter in the First Defense Weather Center. Well, the temperatures still will be up and down for the weekend with a few rain showers, and yeah, that white stuff might come back into the forecast for Saturday night. But beyond all that, that big warm-up we've been talking about will come our way for May. I'll talk about it all coming up.
And what were the most impactful news stories of this week? We'll talk about the top 5 in our new and noteworthy segment. Join us with your comments. That's News Now for Friday, April 27th, 2018.
Live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works studios in downtown Jamestown. This is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
TGIF, good Friday afternoon to you and yours. Thanks for joining us. I'm Justin Gould. A live look at our 3rd Street camera outside of our downtown studios where it is a partly sunny 55 degrees. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is hanging out this Friday afternoon at the First Defense Weather Center with details on today's forecast and a little wet this weekend, maybe, to go?
Yes, we're going to have some rain that we're going to have to go through today and tomorrow before that rain changes to something else tomorrow night going into Sunday morning, and I'll talk about it all coming up. But first, let's go to the Sky Vision Camera Network, and we will take a look at Barcelona Harbor from Westfield. How about that? There's a few more clouds out in that direction, but it's not looking all that bad. The temperature's in the upper 50s up there as well. Now, I want to take you through computer modeling for today. This is the High Resolution North American model, otherwise known as NAM, and I want to take you through today to show you where the rain is going to be. It's going to be spotty in nature throughout the day. You can see the model painting these pop-up showers throughout the afternoon hours, and then it'll continue throughout the night, maybe a few patches of heavier rain throughout the night tonight. Otherwise, the rain will continue throughout the night, and then going into early tomorrow. This is about midnight tomorrow. So again, there might be a few breaks in the rain coverage tonight before the rain continues into your Saturday as well. So the forecast for today, partly sunny on average. Clouds will thicken in the afternoon hours in advance of the next rain that comes in with a few scattered showers. Temperatures around average, 56 to 64. The average high is around 61, so we'll be right around that with a light and variable wind. But yeah, that rain changes over to snow tomorrow night. I'll talk about the snow accumulations plus that Quick Solution 7-day a little bit later on in the show.
All right, Dakota, shaking my head, but thank you.
I'm sorry.
Police have named the suspect who reportedly fled them on Monday after a traffic stop. 35-year-old Bobby Mount was taken into custody after he reportedly led officers on a foot chase. Police said they were on patrol in the area of Forest Avenue shortly before 6 p.m. when they observed Mount operating a vehicle that was traveling northbound. Authorities claim they knew Mount's driving privileges were revoked. Shortly after police attempted to stop the vehicle, Mount bolted from the car and headed into a wooded area off of Parther Avenue. The man was charged with second-degree obstructing governmental administration, third-degree aggravated unlicensed operation, reckless driving, and several other traffic tickets. He was arraigned in Jamestown City Court and remanded to Chautauqua County Jail with bail. And it's been more than 2 weeks and still no sign of 35-year-old Sean Carpenter. The Warren, Pennsylvania native went missing in the wee hours of April 11th, that according to Jamestown police. Authorities say Carpenter was last seen walking down Pine Street from East 2nd Street towards 1st Street at 1:45 a.m. Carpenter was last seen wearing a brown baseball hat, long-sleeve green jacket, and red sneakers. Police are asking anyone who may have contacted him to call them at 483-7537. Or you can leave an anonymous tip at their tip line. It's 483-TIPS. A friend of his has established a GoFundMe page. Now, according to the GoFundMe page, donations will go towards a reward, as well as other costs associated with efforts to find his whereabouts.
Guilty! Guilty! Guilty!
A jury panel of 7 men and 5 women found Bill Cosby guilty on 3 counts of sexual assault on Thursday. The guilty verdict came less than a year after another jury deadlocked on the charges. Cosby was charged with violating Temple University employee Andrea Constand 13 years ago. His lawyer called Constand a, quote, con artist who leveled false accusations against Cosby so she could sue him. More than 60 women have accused Cosby of sexual assault. The actor and comedian could spend the rest of his life behind bars. And Jamestown Police and New York State Police, in conjunction with the Drug Enforcement Administration, will hold a prescription take-back day tomorrow. Police will be at the Southside Pharmacy on Foote Avenue from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day aims to provide a safe, convenient, and responsible means of disposing prescription drugs while also educating the general public about the potential abuse of those medications. Now, according to the DEA, more than 6 million people abuse prescription drugs found at homes of friends and family. Doctors and law enforcement officials say you should always properly dispose of unused prescription medications. And police are asking drivers to pay attention, slow down, and stop for school buses. This is part of Operation Safe Stop, a statewide program that seeks to promote school bus safety. Jamestown Police recently kicked up their patrols in school zones, part of the initiative. Officials say statewide 50,000 vehicles illegally pass through school bus stop signs daily.
Of people passing buses with the red flashing lights on, and it's a safety concern. You know, little kids cross both ways. They're not looking. They're not cognizant of the vehicle dangers and traffic. So it's our goal out there is just to remind people and to be a little bit more vigilant and proactive. And if we see any violations, we're going to take action.
That's Jamestown Police Captain Todd Isaacson. First-time fines for illegally passing a school bus is up to $400, 5 points on your license, or even 30 days in jail. Coming up on the other side, we're hearing from you. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in our new and noteworthy segment on this beautiful Friday. We'll be right back.
Where coverage comes first. You're watching WNY News Now.
The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now, $16 for 16 days will get you in the door. Lose 4 pounds, your next month is on them. Try a green zone class and maximize your performance. Hot yoga, 24/7 access. Simply walk into Fitness Bunker in Lakewood right now on Summit Avenue. Make an investment in your health and wellness. Fitness Bunker in Lakewood. Find them on Facebook.
It's tax time, so get to Express Bike and Auto in Jamestown for all of your vehicle needs. Service, inspection, vehicle sales, they do it all. For all of your automotive, motorcycle, and ATV service needs, Express Bike and Auto even offers financing. Your true one-stop vehicle shop is Express Bike and Auto in Jamestown. They're located at 1761 Foote Avenue Extension next to Quick Fill. Express Bike and Auto in Jamestown. Stop looking, start saving today.
And welcome back to News Now. Happy Friday to you and yours, our new and noteworthy segment. One of my best friends, Ryan Hedrick, always seems to find his way in here. You've been doing much better
We
about
only
coming
pretend.
in.
We only pretend. It's all.
That's
pretend.
true. It's all pretend. We actually hate each other.
I actually used to. No, we don't. But
We
I
don't,
actually
no.
Worked with a pair that hated each other.
Yeah.
They couldn't stand each other, and they had consultants. Do you hear that bad word, Dakota? Consultants.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
They had consultants in every day after the show. I mean,
Right.
these guys spent more time with the consultants than they did actually on the air. So,
Really?
Yeah, and they lasted for a couple of years.
That's interesting. I don't know. I wouldn't want to work with someone who I couldn't stand. I get the creative differences,
Right.
But at the end of the day, I mean, if you're gonna work with somebody, you gotta like them.
And ultimately, it doesn't work, and it didn't work for them, and it was evident on the air, evident to everybody except for them. But
right.
when you don't get along with somebody, it's tough to work with them.
Right.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
So Tina checking in. Hey Tina, what's
Tina,
going
what's up?
on? Jay, hello. So really a lot
Do you
of
pay these people to comment?
Do I?
Yeah. Do you like send a request to people like late?
Yeah,
that's
like
what you do.
Like a PayPal transfer
yes,
or something.
yes, you messenger like odd people late at night. You're like, please like the show. We need interaction.
Right. Please comment. No, yeah. So that's exactly what we do.
That's all. That is the secret sauce right there. Bottom line. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. So we had a crazy news week. I know.
We did. I'm kind of settling.
Yeah.
down
Like
from
I would like a calm stretch, but we don't always get what we like.
we go hard around here.
Right.
We
Right. It's
go
all right.
hard.
We go core, not
We go
hard.
core,
We go
absolutely.
core, not hard. So coming up in a little bit, we're going to talk about our top 5 stories
Yeah,
of
can't
the
wait to
week.
see it.
Absolutely, and that'll be very exciting. I know this weekend we have a couple big things going on. The prescription take back on Foote Avenue,
Right.
Jamestown Police. So if you do have prescription drugs left around in your house, go ahead and return those to the police. They will dispose of them, because really that's a lot of people, a lot of drug users that could be your friends and you don't even know it, and they go to your bathroom and they get into your cabinet and you wouldn't even know they're missing because you don't use them anymore.
Yeah, we're working on similar to this. We're working on a story about prescription pills, and this one pill, I don't want to give it away because then I blow the story.
Right.
But there's this one pill that's rising to the top of drug users. It's approaching the heroin meth usage rate, and it's a pill that you find every day. So I can't wait to see what comes of that. Also, I want to share with the viewers this. I caught something on the scanner last night as I was watching the NFL draft that kind of piqued my curiosity, and the call came in from Erie County, the Erie County Crisis Center.
Okay.
And it was relayed to Chautauqua County and then filtered down to Jamestown. And they had to call Jamestown Police to assist with this woman. Don't want to give her name or her location because it's just not right. The moral of the story is that people that need help now. And it sounded like the person was a third-party liaison between 911 and the victim. And you can hear the girl screaming in the background, Justin. And all you heard was, "Oh, God, I don't want to live, I don't want to live." And these are things that are really, they're very real.
Yeah.
They're very real. And I'm just hoping and praying. I went to bed last night just thinking to myself, man, I really hope that she gets some help, because that type of pain, the type of pain in her voice that she was expressing over the phone that was just caught in a 3-second clip from a third-party caller was so evident to me, it sent chills down my spine. So when you look at taking back the prescription pills, and if you have a problem or somebody in your home has a problem, I think it's important to admit first that you can't defeat the problem. And that's what the prescription pill take back days are good for.
Right.
Getting those things out of your house and getting them in the open, telling law enforcement, because sometimes we find great relief in admitting our deficiencies and our weaknesses.
Right. Right. And you know what? Another big thing this weekend too that we're talking about is the Recruit NY Day. Bemis Point Fire Department actually is doing at like 1:30 in the afternoon a vehicle rescue simulation where they're going to pull somebody out of a car.
Nice.
I was actually planning on going there and kind of checking
I'll
that
go
out.
with you. I want to check that out.
We're going to see. We have this cool little thing. We've been talking about this before. The Video. It's a cool little Facebook Live. Changes the way we do remote broadcasting. Going to push that to the limit and see what it can do out there.
It's going to change the way we promote the community too.
Right.
I think that's the important thing to note here.
So the Recruit NY Day, all sorts of volunteer fire departments countywide. Rory Polero actually did a wonderful article outlining where you can volunteer if you're interested. And really, when we were talking to Gerasi last week, he was talking about volunteerism and how it's down. And that's really hurting the county, because a lot of times you get these rural departments who all they have to respond to a house fire, or mainly a medical call, which is their number one call, is volunteer firefighters and paramedics.
Right.
And we don't have very many of them.
I've always wondered: is there a healthy respect amongst firefighters, or is there some sense from volunteers that you wish the state had a big enough budget to get paid?
Have like a county program.
Yeah, I think when it comes down to public safety, no firefighter in this community ever thinks about anything but public safety.
Right.
And I know that to be a fact because last March, they saved this community
Right.
and others.
Right. And you know, in Florida, when I was down there on vacation, one of the things I was checking out was like when we went out to the country one day, which was just the undeveloped parts of Florida, and they have like the Broward County Fire Department, not like a little like, you know, town fire department.
It's a
Like
big
this is
fire
a
department.
paid fire department that has smaller stations scattered throughout the area,
Right.
and that's what covers the rural areas. And then as you get into like Melbourne Beach, there's the Melbourne City firefighters, who my grandmother seems to love to give cookies to. So
We haven't received a great. It was Grandma Rosie's birthday
Birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday!
I know, happy
Grandma
birthday
Rosie.
to you.
America's grandmother.
right, we haven't gotten any cookies because somebody still has the cookie bucket at their house.
I do. It's not all my fault. I think we have a cookie bucket in
We
the
do.
break room that we can.
We could probably
Grandma
fill
Rosie,
it up.
come on down.
Yeah,
I
come
wanna
on
say
down,
happy
Grandma
birthday to
Rose.
her in person.
We could, absolutely, we could have her on the show. That'd be fun.
We'd never make it out.
You know,
on time.
I know we don't always talk about other media outlets, but I was listening last night to my old Kiss FM tapes to a Grandma Rosie birthday where I was talking to her and wishing, like I ambushed her on the radio and called
Wow.
her. She answered it. I'm like, happy birthday.
How did you feel being on the air at, what, 16, 17?
It was fun.
When you were supposed to be at school? Actually, you would
No,
just come from school.
Right.
And you would, like, sometimes would get assistance taping.
Right, I would record during the day and then do live at 5. It was
Awesome.
fun. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. You know who else is very talented and young? Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's up next.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
WNY News Now is sponsored by Chautauqua Audio Works, 3335 South Roberts Road in Fredonia. More than a music store. Call 679-4333. Call now, 679-4333. You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. Now, your first defense forecast with Dakota Hunter.
Justin calling me young, but yet I've been doing weather since the Civil War. I don't necessarily classify that as young. Welcome back to News Now. Let's kick off the weather segment with the Sky Vision Camera Network. That is on top of the Olean Chamber of Commerce building in downtown Olean. Traffic flowing pretty well there, and you can see some of the clouds in the sky as well. It's up to 60 now with a dew point of 45. On to Doppler vision, and you can see that nothing is really returning on the radar today. It is clear for the most part for today. Now, as we zoom the radar out, you can see some of the rain is actually down here in Pennsylvania, but the rain that's going to be heading our way is actually out here to our west in Michigan. This is the next band of rain that's going to be coming in pretty much this afternoon and tonight, and then it will change over to that white stuff tomorrow night. So for the zones tomorrow, let's take a look at the temperatures, and the temperatures are going down into the 40s tomorrow as a cold front comes in. Take a look at this. We're going to go down into the 40s for most areas, probably mid to upper 40s across most areas. Not a whole lot of spread in the temperature ranges for tomorrow. So let's take you through Future Scan for tomorrow. Now, this is the in-house computer model that we run in the Weather Center, and this is about 7 o'clock tomorrow night. You can see showers will be widely scattered. Actually, this is about like 3 in the afternoon, actually. And then as we go throughout the afternoon hours, take a look back here. There's that white stuff starting to pop in. And then it starts to infiltrate in the region as the temperatures continue to drop throughout the afternoon. And again, the snow is going to be mixing in with the rain at times as well. And then it'll change to all snow throughout the hours tomorrow and then going through tomorrow night. And then into early Sunday, the snow will continue into early Sunday. The good news here, snow totals insignificant, but it is accumulation nevertheless. Look at these totals, probably less than an inch in most areas. And again, I think maybe right along Mayville to Dunkirk, right in this hilly terrain of Chautauqua County, may see up about an inch, but everybody else, I'm sorry, but everybody else should see less than an inch, but it is accumulating snow nevertheless. My goodness. And, but the good news is it's not going to last long, because take a look at this warm-up that's going to be coming for the first part of May. We're still expecting the first part of May is going to be warm with nice warmth. So there's something to look forward to. Take a detailed look at the forecast. The next 7 days are on the screen. And there you see the temperatures are going down into the 40s for the weekend, and snow showers early Sunday. But there comes that turnaround, 50s and 70s. Wednesday, we're going to be making a run at 80 on Wednesday, and I think some spots may actually flirt with it, so I put it at 79, and it's a nice taste of summer for the first week of May. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com. Where coverage comes first. You're watching WNY News Now.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the Main Landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at PhoneZoneShop.com. You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. They don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. We have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, of course brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Welcome back to New and Noteworthy. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter Ryan Hedrick at the desk. Dakota, real quick, how do you do it? We go from snow to 80 degrees next week?
Well, it's basically what I say all the time. I just relay what I see.
Right, that's
all
crazy. Mother Nature is on one today.
Welcome to spring in Western
I don't
New
want to
York.
say the first thing out of my mind, so let's just
move on from that. But we talked about earlier in the show that we had a pretty crazy week, and one of the first stories that really kicked it off, the not crazy news, but just crazy news, really, was the fact that a body was discovered in both Randolph and in Portland, specifically in the town of Randolph, being identified as Wilfredo Colon Rodriguez Jr., a missing man from Lakewood, that now his family knows where he ended up, but police are still digging for answers there.
If you want to know what happened to Wilfredo Colon Rodriguez Jr., look no further than his cousin's Facebook page, and I don't want to give her name out because people will be friending her, but she said, quote, "I've never been so angry and so unable to let go of something before in my life. I've never been so angry at someone I did not know."
Wow.
So if that tells you all you need to know about that case, then...
I mean, for me, just, we talked about this earlier in the week a little bit, but just, so unsettling.
That was creepy. That was creepy being up there, and it was even creepier that somebody would go to great lengths to dispose of him that way.
Right. And they probably thought they got away with it, and hopefully police will prove them wrong.
Right. For the sake of the family, that son, his son is so cool. If you're watching, man, God bless you. I hope they get the closure they're seeking.
Jonathan Young was sentenced in Butler County, Pennsylvania as well. Yesterday, our Matt Hummel doing an excellent job providing coverage. Young there is going to possibly face a little time and have to pay some money as well. So really just, what he's accused of doing here in the city of Jamestown affected a ton of people.
It still does.
Falconer's skyline.
It affects Jamestown's infrastructure too. I guarantee some of the homes that he was alleged to have burned, they've cost the city hundreds of thousands of dollars, manpower. That was a frightening night.
Right.
That was a frightening night. It transcended, just arsons. It was about the unexpected.
Mike Norberg, who is, pretty much my stepfather minus a few legalities.
He's my first cousin too.
Right. with me, when we were covering the fires, we started at one near Appleyard Terrace, went over to one on the north side of the city, and then just kind of from there just went over to the numbered streets. And I remember standing there with Mike at a garage fire. And we were on Facebook Live. This was the third Facebook Live that we officially did, my second one of the night. And at that point, I had Mike call you and say, I need Ryan and Matt, because the city was burning.
Right.
3 fires,
right.
The city's burning.
Yep.
And it went on to more than that. But Mike, one of the biggest things that shocked me was when he looked over at the house next to the garage fire that they were just putting out, and we saw some smoke coming out of the windows. And that house went up in smoke, and whoever set that, and in our opinion, was there, because the second you saw that smoke, the eerie feeling hit you.
Yeah.
You were just so shocked. And I mean, Mike's calling over to the JPD cops saying, that house is on fire, and the cops looking around for people. I mean, there's 2 firefighters.
I'll never forget that girl that sent me to 23rd Street.
Right.
Remember? And she not only sent me to 23rd Street, she sent police to 23rd Street and fire to 23rd Street. Right. I don't know. I hope for the prosecutor's sake and for JPD's sake, they have evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that points to Jonathan Young as the arsonist, because if they don't, there's some answers there's some questions we have answers to.
Right. Another big one this week, number 3 on our list, animal cruelty and the passing of an animal cruelty abuse registry. The big case that kind of put this to a head and got this to the vote was a fire on Mount Vernon Street where 2 dogs were pulled out. And then most recently, Robert Overton there, who admitted to us on Facebook Live that he hung a pit bull. That case getting tons of media attention and interaction from people on social media.
But we haven't done a good job of educating people about what the registry is. And the reason I say that is because 2 people said that it will enhance his sentence. It will not.
No.
He may not even go on the registry because they may not backdate it.
Right.
But the registry is only it's like a sex offender registry.
He hasn't been convicted yet, right?
Yes.
So when his conviction goes down, then he may be on the registry since it's now a law.
He may be.
I believe he would be.
But it's still not going to.
Right. So the Pronto Mart story as well. I'm sorry, I got
it's all right.
time. This is a great story that you did some amazing original reporting on. Pronto Mart on 2nd Street is going to open soon.
Ready to go, yep. 2 weeks. It's gonna. They say it's gonna change the face of that corner. They won't sell alcohol, and they're gonna work with the community to better it. That whole strip needs to be taken care of. It's a nice strip. It's a thoroughfare between here and there and everywhere.
Right. And that community really has gone through a lot of drugs and crime and a stigma as well, with a lot of people who don't live there.
Right.
And hopefully this will be a boost for them. And I'm excited to see success.
Yep, no doubt.
And then Chautauqua County Executive George Borrello's State of the County address. That was on Wednesday. You can rewatch it on WNY News Now's Facebook page and website. Borrello calling for the CARE Initiative, Countywide Alliance for Rehabilitation and Enforcement Against Drug Issues in Chautauqua County.
I think it's actually enforcement and rehabilitation, because I think it's CAER. Okay. I'm not sure, but you're right. It combines all those elements to it's a coalition of law enforcement treatment professionals.
Right.
Good idea by George.
Right.
Very
and he
proactive.
was very, very passionate with his speech. Yeah. One of the biggest things that
I'm very proud of him.
highlighted.
He's doing a great job, and I think he exemplifies what it is to be dedicated to your job.
Right. Absolutely. Speaking of being dedicated to your job, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter who we just talked to a little while ago, has snow this weekend.
Yeah, just a little bit. Now, let's take a look at the main graphic system, and I wanted to throw this in
Go
very
away.
quickly because today is April 27th, and what happened on this day
Tornadoes.
in 2011 was, now this was a several stretch day tornado outbreak that occurred from the 25th all the way until like the 28th, but the 27th was the big day, 62 tornadoes in Alabama alone. This was the big day, 252 deaths. That is the Tuscaloosa tornado, probably the most famous tornado. It was an EF4. It killed 54 people.
Wow.
And this outbreak stemmed a lot of research because it made us realize we're not as good as we think we are, and it stemmed a lot of research in the weather community to try to figure out what went wrong that day and what went right. There's a quick solution, 7-day getting back to home, and you can see pinball temps, but hey, we make a run at 80 next Wednesday. How about that? And summer comes
Push
our
it
way
to
in
the
those days.
limit.
Alrighty, thank you,
One
Dakota.
more
Ryan,
time. Oh, I'm sorry, that's
have
the wrong
a
song.
great weekend. We, of course, are back here Monday morning at noon. Actually, I won't be here. I'm filling in for our producer that day. So it'll be Ryan, Dakota,
Oh boy.
and maybe we
And
can
a special
get
guest. Woo,
I
stay
wonder who that will
tuned.
be. In fact, we'll just pull you off the street if you want. So come on in. Have a great weekend.